See if I can see all of the lines. There we go. Right, so we've drawn the first line, which is the eyes, will go along this top line here. I'll use a ruler for that, but I've got a line here, which is the eyes. If you wanted to do the lines on put a mark on, they've got to be even side. They've got to be both the same, so it looks similar to that. So you've got the gap here. This is the gap between the two eyes, and then we put the same width of the gap that we've done. Now to make the eyes, let's put another line here as well. So you've got 4 lines now that are on the page. You can rub that bit out in the middle there, but we'll leave that other bit of the line there. Okay, and then when you've got a little bit of a gap there, just make a little small eye. Okay, the bottom eyelid's a little bit not quite so dark as that one. I'm trying to make it a little narrow a bit, but I've made it too wide. So it's good, but it's going to make it light, then you can rub it out easy. I'll try and match the same one as this side, so just below that line, and then come in. And when you've done that, you do the next top bit, because there's a little line here which goes on top of the lid. It's very fine, but you can make it a bit darker actually. So it doesn't come right down to the bit here. It comes just about high up, a little bit higher up. So that's the eyelid bit. So I'll make this one a bit darker for you so you can see it. And then below that, I want to open so don't get my hand in the way. There's a little narrow line underneath here, very similar width to the top one. Do it underneath, but very clear, not too deep, not too dark. But this is the one that you will see. You don't really see the inside one, you see this outside one. And that comes right up to the top. And when you do wrinkles, it comes out and follows the eye down. So if you're doing wrinkles, just follow the line down. Not doing it because I'm not sure what we're drawing. I'm just feeling into who's coming. So, and then the eye. Sometimes they actually eyes. I've drawn lots of eyes and I've had the eye bit showing, but a lot of eyes that I've seen in photos recently, I've had the eye actually being within the eyelid, so it's not actually got the eyelid showing. But, so we'll do the eye like that. You've got to make sure that the eyes are in the same position, otherwise they look cross-eyed. You want to make sure that they're one looks a bit darker than the other. Doesn't really matter. What I use, Daniel, is a graphite pencil. This is a graphite pencil that I draw with. But you can draw with any pencil, really. Charcoal's better for when you're doing the later bit, to do the shading in and then blend it in by rubbing over it and blending it in. It's best to start slowly at doing the shading. Just do it lightly, not to do it too dark. I'll use the side of the pencil for the shading. It's also got this corner bit in the eye here, which is where that's the pink bit. That'll be pink when we put the colour in. As if we want to do colour. We do the colour after. Now the eyelashes are not going to be very bright. I feel like these are very faint eyelashes, so we're just doing little ones. And just do it in the gap because that's where the eye stops there. You need to put the eyelashes beneath it, but in that little line that you've drawn underneath. Like in this line here, draw it in that line here. Just little eyelashes. And bigger eyelashes here. And then this shadings, a bit of shading over the eye, just to cover that up a little bit. Because this bit has got a bit of shading on it. And it comes down a little bit. You also have this little bit in the middle here. And the shading there. This shading here leads to the eyebrows. If you do that first, and then you get the eyebrow laid quite nicely. Use your finger to blend it. You can have tools, but let's get the basics in here first. We're doing the eyebrows. They do come right over, so it's like an angle from your pencil across. Maybe like an angle across to the eyes the other side. Now the distance between the eyes to the nose is the same distance to where the nose starts. And then do the same on the other side. For when you're ready. And a little bit of a eyelid underneath. I've done quite a lot of the eye today. A bit earlier than I was going to. But spirit guides us to do it a different way sometimes. I like to start with the eyes first, but then you start by using the pencil to do the nose. It's like a C and then a backwards C. And then a little bit of a curve. Bit of a curve. There. So that's the nose. You can have a very light shading. Pencil's the best thing for this to start you off. So it's very light pencil. And to get the darker shade of the pencil, it's to use different angles of the pencil. And then you can get that shading in. One side's a bit lighter than the other because there's always going to be a darker side. There's always a darker side on one side than the other. Let me bring the shading down. There we go. And even shading down to the nose. Let's bring it a little bit up a bit. Let's get the cursor out of the way. I've got the cursor in the way. That's it. Let's just get the rubber a little bit. Take a bit of this down. And the distance between the nose is the same distance where the mouth goes. And where the eyebrows are, you can use the roller to get a bit of a line of how far to go out. You haven't got to go all the way across, but it's to give you a guideline of where the mouth goes. But it comes in within the eyes, so it can stop here. And we can do just a little mouth. Okay, there we go. Okay. They're telling me where to put the lines. So this has got a very small, shallow mouth, this one. I'm not smiling today, but if you don't want to do a smile, then just let the spirit like you got with you. That's whenever we start drawing, we always get a spirit connection come in. So if you want to draw somebody yourself, it's a bit, you have to ask them to step back so they don't come in when you're trying to draw somebody that you know. But maybe light pencils. The dark lips always, the top lip's always a bit darker than the bottom lip. You always have a little bit of shading underneath the bottom lip. And it has like a little bit of a curl thing underneath it, like it's, there we go. It's hard to get my pencil over so you can see what I'm doing. There's always like a bit of, we've got the where it comes out at the nose, but it comes to the mouth. And then you can take out the pencil bits if they stand out a bit, but you don't really need to because you can take that out with the shading. But then the distance between that side of the mouth going, there it is. It's just a guideline to where the actual chin goes. There's also shading underneath, so that's where the chin goes. Like I've got a little child, but we'll see what we've got here. So it comes up. The ears still start to the nose. Don't really need the actual pencils of how to draw the nose, but it always starts around there. And it's the same over this side. Oh, God, but I'm getting in the way. I'll try with my other hand. There we go. Try to have got both ears. And then we start with this ear coming out here. And coming up. So let's get that. A bit of that shading out. Okay. So there we have the eyes, the nose and the mouth. Here we go. This is where the ears come out. Oh, thank you. Right. There's always a bit of a, that's the ear. And this is the other side. All right, we've already got a bit of that one started, so that's good. Okay. Okay. And the neck comes down here. It always comes out from this sort of area. So you have to get the neck area. There we go. Okay. Right. I think this is a. Right, now here we go. Let's see what else comes in. Now you've got the main part of the face. You could take out the lines if you haven't already. Take out the other lines that are left. I must put my headphones in. Hold on. I'm trying to plug in my headphones. There we go. Sorry. Can you still hear me okay? That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now that Keith's come home, he can do it. He's got to worry about the noise now. Okay. I feel I've got a little boy here, but you can draw whatever you fancy. If you've got a little girl, you can draw a little girl. This one is a little youngster. And I feel it's about 7. I don't think anybody knows a little 7-year-old. I am getting a problem with my head with this gentleman, this little boy. I was a gentleman with him there. Okay. So that's the main part of the picture done. So you can see it all. I'm trying to move it around, sorry. There we go. That's the main part of him. Every mouth has an indent here where the gap goes, so it's got the mouth here. It's more shaded at the side there. So we start doing some more shading here. This is the darker side because there's always a darker side. I'm going to leave that middle bit untouched. That's where that. Leave this bit here white for a moment. Do this side a bit lighter. Just like holding the pencil and letting it go side to side without putting any weight on it or any pressure. There's a lighter side here coming down too. How I do my soft shading, just let it go side to side. And over the ears.
Deb, I have someone in spirit that was about 8-ish.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, no, that's good. That's good. I did feel it was a young person that I had with me. I did feel he's he's a very clever little boy, very bright little boy. He's going to be very clever with numbers. Do you have known that?
I don't know what the numbers, but he was very clever.
Oh, that's good. Yes. I know that it's also be around him. I know that you draw. But just want to know that also done drawing.
I'm sorry,
Somebody else that's also very artistic within the family that does drawing. We're very creative, I'm feeling. That he's saying that's around you. I know that you're drawing. I think you've been drawing for a little while. Would you want to be drawing for a little while that he's telling me?
I've been drawing for a little while, yes.
Yes.
And then my niece and nephew both draw.
Oh, no, that's good, because I don't know if it's more than just you, so that's good.
Yeah, there's a creative streak in the family, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel that. I do feel that he would have liked to. I do think it would have been a uniform for school, not just plain clothes. It would have been a uniform. Would you understand? When he was at school, it would be a uniform. Yes, it's a gentleman.
Maybe I'd have to double check with his brother, but
okay. I feel there's something like quite regimental here. A very strong person around him that was quite strong at trying to get him to do what he wanted to do within the school environment, making him really sit and listen to the teachers. Quite a disciplined gentleman that's around him, connected to him.
I think I know who that is, yeah.
Oh, no, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I've also got, it's a D name, but it's like Dave, but it's also a lady with a D name, a bit like Deanne or D-A-I.
Yeah, his brother is David.
Okay,
he prefers to be called Dave.
Oh, no, that's good. That's good. That's good.
And then my middle name is Dawn, and he would have known me by that.
Ah, okay, no, that's good. That's good. That's just. I do think it's dark hair with this young man. I do think it would be brown hair as well. Was that brown hair?
Yeah. It was much lighter when he was born and when he was very small, but it was.
I do think it would have been lighter when he was younger, but it got darker.
Yeah,
because that's how it's been. Nice. Right, that's the main part of the picture done with pencils. Does anybody want to do colour, or do you want to keep it as pencils?
Can we do colour, please?
Do you want to do colour? Yep. That's fine. Yep. That's good. Okay. Right. Have you got a colour too, Jacqueline?
I can get some.
Okie dokies. Because I want to start with that base colour.
I don't have any colour, Jeffy.
You've got no colour, my lovely?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. You can use these, if you do this the same way with the charcoal.
Yeah.
All right, but it's about putting a very light shading on it. With charcoal, you haven't got to use a lot of it.
I think I have done a little bit. I've been practicing a bit.
Okay, because it's done very lightly. Because I want to put a very soft shading over the face. Not to use the top of a charcoal, not that way, but that way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, so you're just doing that. But very lightly, and no pressure on it with the charcoal, because otherwise it'll come out too dark.
Oh, that's what's making it take out the pressure.
Yes, don't put too much pressure on it, just put it lightly, and then you can smudge it in. It's very similar to pastels. Yeah, very good to blend with, and you can do a lot with charcoal. So, but if you start off lightly, then you can make it darker. If you do the whole face, it gives it a bit of shadow. But one side's a little bit darker than the other side. So you can do this a little bit harder on one side. But with this, Daniel, if you do it around by on this part here, that part, make it a little bit darker on this side.
Oh, yeah.
And this side down here, a little bit darker. And then blend it in like that.
I'll try that, Jimmy.
All right, and then you've got a nice even colour across. Because it looks okay like that, but it's more natural if it's a bit more shaded and pulled out. Okay, my lovely.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you into a fantastic artist. You can have it all over the place and become famous. It's amazing what you can draw with pastels and charcoal. So you've got the base colour. And everybody's there. Let me know. Right, next colour I do use. And I've got a favourite brown that I like, and I'm trying to find it. I buried it underneath all the other charcoals. There it is, it's hiding. I use a sort of a medium brown when I'm doing colours, but I just put a very slight bit, just a little bit. You haven't got to put a lot on. This side a bit darker. But like with your charcoal, then do the same way. Put it down, but just put like a little line. You haven't got to don't put too much pressure, just a little line like this, and then blend it in.
Yeah.
With your fingers, and it'll make it a nice, softer. This is where the face is actually shaped, and then you blend it in. And it's the same this side. This one's a bit darker this side because this is the side that's got more shading. It's adding it on a little bit at a time, not to put too much on in one go. So I'm going to add a little bit more on this side. Just on the one side, add more. This side, not this side, this side. And then you can add you just blend it in. So that side's more shaded. You can make it less afterwards. So if you do too much, doesn't really matter. It's about blending it in, making it darker this end. And while you've got the same colour, also make sure that you're doing the colour of the underneath on one side is more darker than the other. It's a bit darker this side underneath the chin. So you don't forget it. Just blend it in slowly in. So that comes down. You haven't got over this one too much, this side. So you can blend it over on this side. And if you have a sticky bit that won't move, use a bit of white to make it move. You can make pastel move. A bit of persuading. Okay. Have you got colour, Christine, or you do it black and white, my love? Yeah.
Watching today, that's okay.
Okay, my darling. No, that's good, my lovely. It is recording, so we can put it onto the site, or you can get it from my computer.
Thank you.
I'll add it onto my videos. And this is where we also make the eyes darker now, start to blend it in, get that baseline. It's got that colour there now. I'm trying to do this side here. The top lid's the one that's most visible. The bottom lid doesn't be quite so visible. And then we do the nose bit. You can blend this in a bit. If you use your charcoal pencils for this sort of thing, Daniel, then it'll be a lot easier than the pastels and the charcoal.
Debbie, so
Yeah.
it's on the outer edges that I want to be using the charcoal.
Well, if you've got charcoal, you can use the charcoal for doing the shading as well.
Yeah.
Just very lightly. Don't put too much pressure on it. Then you can blend it in. So similar to the charcoal pencil is very good for doing this sort of thing.
Yeah. That's when I've not snapped him, Debbie. I've snapped another one now.
Oh yeah, no, because you put a lot of pressure on it. You don't put too much pressure on it that you're going to snap it. You just want it so you can.
It's when I'm sharpening, I can't sharpen them correctly, the charcoal ones.
Yeah, no, they're a bit tricky. as doing the eyebrows with small little strokes, because it is just the eyebrows. If this little boy changes, it might do, because maybe the other person's with me might come in. I'm trying to do the little boy still for you. It comes out to about there. I'm using the wrong hand so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not normally left-handed. I'm a right-handed drawer. That's maybe quite a good job of it. This is just a brown pencil. There are some little dark bits, but it doesn't need to make too much dark bits in. And I do feel he would have had brown eyes. Do you understand brown eyes with this young man?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
But it's fascinating to watch, Debbie, because the older gentleman, well, before you
Yes.
started on that right side that you're working on right now,
Yes.
it feels like it looks more like it's starting to look more like the other gentleman, but just
Yes.
that side. It's interesting. And it was the eye that really grabbed me. But the
Yes.
older gentleman I spent a lot more time with. And so
Oh, no,
I'm more
that's good.
familiar with what his face looked like and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, that's what it's. That normally happens. Sometimes they can change over. They could even have both people in the same drawing if the other one doesn't step back, which he probably won't do, because I think he wants to be in the picture too.
Yeah.
Yes. It used to be.
Well,
Sorry.
Oh no. The little one.
Yes, carry on.
I'm sorry. The little one has come to me several times, but he's a bit scared of me. So now he comes with the older one. So.
Oh no, that's good. I think it's come from the older one too, because he's a bit shy. He's a bit reserved. The little one is not as confident with other people that doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why he's come with the older gent. When you're doing the pupil, there's always a darker bit at the top of the eye, and it always has like a line going around the eye to do the pupil. Making it a little bit darker so it matches this eye. And I come back to my graphite pencil, just a bit of the shading in. Just mix the two colours together, because it's not quite dark enough for what I want it to be, but it's not not quite the right colour for the shading. Just make sure I'm mixing the two together to get the right grading. And I'll do if there's a little bit of a, not much, but a little bit of a, the little boy hasn't got much of a, like a little line, but the older gentleman's got one that's quite set. So I feel this, the older gentleman, I do feel he would be quite a lot more deeper like that with his eyes. So I've got one side being older, one side being younger, which is a bit different. Not used to do both different sizes. Let's put the shading on the other side. I do for the other man's coming and being influenced into the picture. So it might be the man rather than the boy. That's coming in. They like to be drawn, don't they? The eyeball was never completely white. Just to take that shading down a little smidge. That's what I've just done. There is a little bit of wrinkles with this gentleman I've got. There's not a lot of wrinkles, but there's a little boy this side. But with the older gentleman, it comes down.
Excuse me.
Yes, my
How-
lovely.
How do you do wrinkles?
And with it's better to do the wrinkles with a charcoal pencil
Yep.
rather than the stick, because it will stay on better. If you use a pencil, if you use a stick, then it's going to come off easy. But it's just put very lightly. Don't put too much pressure on, but just a little bit of a very light touch. Hold the pencil quite lightly on a side view, like this, and then you can put the wrinkles on. Because I'm doing half boy, half man. This is a strange drawing, but it'll be quite different when it's finished. So it's going to be like, look at the boy wants to come in. The boy's very excited. This little boy, I think it's very bubbly personality. I do feel that he would be kind of quite mischievous at times.
Very.
Yeah, so I was being polite. Oh, yes. I'm also feeling that he would have liked these, like, I bet they're trucks, but I don't know what they would call over there, but they've got like a tip of it on it where they can tip over. I do feel there's somebody right in town that's like a builder, but I feel there's somebody like that likes to building. Do you understand building? Something being built that added to a house?
Yeah, I have a cousin that's doing a full, like, gutted reno right now.
Oh, no, that's good. That's what it is then. Because he's talking about it. That's good. Okay.
And his brother and that cousin are very close.
Oh, that's what it is then. Because I do feel there's a link here with somebody that he wants to say that he's doing a really good job. But to be careful not to take any shortcuts. I don't know if he would do, but within what he's using as
Okay.
material.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll pass that along.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Now I found it's definitely looking different, isn't it? You got the boy one side and you got a gentleman. It's a different eye one side, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to do a bit of pink, but also a bit of brown. So we'll do the pink layer first. The man's lip is a bit more pronounced, but the boy is not. So it's like a... He's got this little boy this side. I also thought it was a birthday in April.
Yes, I think.
Yeah, I feel it's more like somebody that's here. I feel I could have somebody here too.
I'd have to think about that one.
Yeah, I feel it's somebody that's. I feel it's what one step back from the family, so like a cousin. It could even be a friend, but I do feel it's. It's looking odd having half and half. That's what spirit want to do.
I'm confused now if April and June are significant, so I can't remember if one's an anniversary and one's a birth date. I'm a little bit confused as to which is which.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like there's a birthday that would be in April. Just down to in April being a birthday.
I think it's the older gentleman that you have. I think it's his birthday.
Okay, no, that's what it is then, because he's wants to put his bit of detail in.
Well, you drew his wife last time, so I'm sure he's just feeling jealous.
Yeah, it's my turn now, he says, yeah. Yeah, so no, that's good. Yeah, I feel the little boy would be out in the garden quite a lot, out playing, would love the outdoors.
Yeah, he did.
And there's also a little boy that's here that would be very sporty, very good at sports.
I want to say yes, but he wasn't little when he passed. Who I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I feel that there's somebody here that would be good at sports, that would have liked to watch sports, watching sports and playing sports as well. Okay.
You're getting the whole family tree today, Deb.
Yeah, I think they're all coming in. Put a bit of shading in here. There's always a bit of a darker bit around the ear, the top of the ear. Shadings there. They're not so much on the outside of the ear. I've done well today. I keep the whole face in the page. Right. Sure what's done that. Where did my mother go? Come back, Bubba. I've misled me, Bubba, so I'll just use some white. Maybe there's a bit of shading here. And around the ear. Yeah. Right, trying to find the darker brown. Which one would be? That's it. Let's do the other ear first. Hold on there. I'm jumping the gun. Right.
Debbie,
Yes, my lovely.
Are you doing drawing tonight now, please?
Oh yeah, my love. Yes, I'll be drawing while the other lady's working. Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of coming to see you.
Okay, dokie. Yeah, she's very good. I've heard. That's what Janine says. No, not Janine. Jan said that she's very good. Nice. Right, so I'm getting two different hairstyles here.
I bet.
I feel the boy would be more or less quite straight, but I feel the other man's more of a quiver, more of a kink to his hair.
Yeah, I don't know. My grandfather kept it cut so short. I don't know if it had a kink in it.
Oh, okay. Because you're saying it used to be. That's probably why he kept it short then, because he didn't like the curls.
Could be.
Let's bring it down. Yeah, because with this young man, I do feel that his hair would get quite short. Though this young man, I thought they would have kept him. He would have had his hair trimmed quite regularly to keep it short. This little fella. Is your drawing, Caroline? Is it a spirit drawing you're drawing, my lovey?
I'm not sure what I'm drawing.
Oh,
I'll let you know when I've finished.
Okay. Now that's what I feel. I feel that you was drawing, and you. Yes. It's like until they're finished, it's a bit hard to understand.
Well, he is a little boy. Well, a teenager.
Okay. Yep.
When I say teenager, he must be about 14.
Yes. That's good. Because they always come when we want to draw, don't they? We're never disappointed.
No.
Oh, we're doing the pictures though. The paper wants to move down, so trying to hold it in place with one arm and draw
You
with the
told me
other.
off for making him look too orange.
Oh, to get it out of the orange, add a bit of pink and then some white, and that should bring it
Yeah.
around.
That's what I've done. I've added some pink.
That's good. Yeah, it's a bit of telling you.
Yeah.
I learned that from art class, so that's good. They're very good.
Have you
They're
got the
looking
same
after
teacher
you.
as Have you got the same teacher as us?
Yes, I think I might have. She sounds very familiar. I don't know if you would have had quite short hair, it would have been about a grade 3. Would it been about a grade 3?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. It would be kept very sparse, very strong, because I don't know if somebody was picked on at school, but I wanted to make sure that there would be no problems at school. So she was always trying to keep up with the other kids.
Yes.
Also the computers, I do think they'd be like computers as well. But they've also given me an old computer going back, Commodore 64. Would you understand somebody would have had an old computer like this?
Yeah, I can imagine that they probably did.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. Right, that's the little boy more or less done. Just draw one picture, not like me, don't do two.
Yeah, they were quite a religious family, and so that's what I was thinking, like the uniform, going to church. That's what I was thinking.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, no, this gentleman's got a bit darker hair, so I'm going to use a bit of the lipstick, but I use the brown as well. But I do think he got darker hair than this one.
Yes.
Darker.
Yeah.
I mean,
More.
Yes, my lovely.
I've only go at the
Oh, wow.
hair with
Oh, that looks amazing.
with the charcoal doing diagonal lines.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. You can blend it in if you wanted to. Or you
Yeah.
could just keep them as line, but that's lovely. Really well done there, Dan. You've
I'm
done really
trying
amazing.
to blend it with my dirty finger.
Yeah, with your finger. You can wash it off after, can't you?
Yeah.
Nice. Bring it down a bit. I do feel this has got short hair. Somebody's got I don't know what you call it. There's like a different way the hair lies here. I feel this up the top of the head is like a
Brown.
one of those crown things. This where the hair wants to go one direction, and it's
Tell me
not.
about
Yes.
Mine's like that. Wayward.
I think that's also a family trait.
Oh no, that's good then. 'Cause you said, I had to
definitely in
mention
my
it.
case.
Yeah, I had to mention it with it. I think this one here would be about a grade 2, grade 1 even, really quite close to the hair. Because it
Oh,
really
yes.
been quite warm too, a bit military looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's good. Then.
Give me,
Yes, my lovely.
blending it in a bit.
Oh, wow, no, that's amazing, Daniel. Looks good. You've done well there, my lovely. You're well done. That looks good. Wow.
I'm just off to wash my hands. Try and see if I can pull any information if it's for anyone.
Yeah, that's a good idea, my darling. Yes.
You got a
That's a good-
sign on Picasso.
It's better than a Picasso.
Yeah.
He's done well, isn't he? That looks amazing,
Yeah,
Daniel.
that's it. I haven't actually seen that one because it doesn't come up on mine.
Oh no,
Probably
it's amazing. It's all shaded in his face. It's
Oh,
really looks amazing. It's so much different than what you normally do, Daniel.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
think
good.
I might be improving if it's slightly.
Yeah, definitely, my darling. This is what I wanted to help you with because it's good to get that personality onto the picture so that it can be recognised as well. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, you've got to put the essence in there, haven't you, into the drawing?
Yes, you're very good at your mediumship. It's just the drawing that needs
Yeah, my
help. But
drawing,
you're getting them. That's what you've done there is amazing.
my mediumship's my strong point. I think my drawing's my weaker point. But
Oh,
it can take years, can't it, to improve drawing?
Yes, it does take years to do the drawing, but it's a lot faster with the Zoom. So it'd be a lot different, my love, with the Zoom. So you'll be a lot quicker than you think you are.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm leaving the camera and everything on. Just gonna go wash my hands.
Yeah, that'll be fine, my love. Don't worry, my darling. Yes. Yeah, this is definitely this is about the right colour. I feel this is about the right colour because it's really quite a dark brown.
Yeah, it's a lot more like mine.
Yes, yes. I thought the boy would have got darker hair as he got older, like a family trait, but it started off lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think he's got like a business head with this man that was here. I thought he's got very clever head, very, very good with figures and working out and puzzles. Do you understand what I'm? Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying till this comes out. He's very strong in his character and he had no nonsense, but he'd also like to have a laugh as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Could be a bit of a tease at times as well.
Yes.
Had an eye for the ladies, but it was behaved though. So yeah. Did you understand?
True. Yeah.
Yes. Very strong, very as you think about the country, it's very patriotic, that's the word.
Yes.
As well. He would have anything for his family and the nation, really.
Yes.
You just understand there's also military going back. Further
Yes.
than this. I feel
Yes.
that's like where he was brought up by somebody that would have been in that sort of upbringing and also within the war environment sort of thing as well.
Well, I know he and some of his brothers served in World War II.
Ah, that's what it is. Yes. That's what I was feeling. So that's good.
But I'm not sure if his father would have served.
And I feel it's more like his dad's dad, that sort of era.
Could be. I don't know much that's about 4 generations back, I suppose, for me. So
Yeah, it's quite a way back. Yeah, it's just history.
Mm-hmm. Well, and on another continent too. So.
Yes, I wasn't sure about it because it didn't feel like it was where you are. So that's good. I didn't say that, but I should have said it really. Get these feelings and you don't want to say, do you?
I know.
Even I'm as bad. Just make sure the hands are dry before you get back onto the picture again. That's it. Just bring a bit of shading here. I know that he had worry lines. Just made a worry line here, like a crease there, which would be like a worry line, which he would have had. There's also like a line here that he would have had.
Yes.
Start sorting him out now. So I do feel that there's also a wrinkly here, because they're putting in much wrinkles on for the boys' side. So. I do think he'd be outside a lot doing the garden or doing his garden or somebody's garden. Somebody would do somebody's garden. Would you understand that?
Yeah. Yeah, he grew a garden for most of my
that's it, because he's got
youth,
a lovely suntan, lovely. It would get a bit burnt, but after a while it didn't affect him so much. feel that he got used to the sun and the sun got used to him, sort of thing.
Yeah.
He'd either got a bit more bushy eyebrows than the boy had.
Yes, crazy eyebrows.
Yes, so that's good. I wanted to do that, but I thought, no, control it, Debbie, but no, maybe not then. I definitely found it hard to control things sometimes, though.
Yes.
Yeah. I do feel too also I've got two, I know it was two children. I also got like a tummy problem that's coming into my tummy, a pain in my tummy that's coming in. Somebody connected to him that would have had a problem. Don't know if you would know that. His wife had a problem with her tummy. I feel it's around where the ladies' problems are and where the ladies' problems start.
Mm-hmm.
Connected to her. If not, mum.
She would have been very quiet and private about that, but
Yeah.
she did end up with, I always get it confused if it was kidney or liver cancer. After
I know that's what it is, because I could feel there's a really pain down the bottom of my tummy and around the women's area.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure where the kidneys are. I've got no idea. Oh dear, I should learn that really, especially for doing the demos.
Excuse me, Gabby.
Yes, my darling.
You know when you're going into a link, when I feel I've got something in my imagination, there's no way of going into that link and
Go into it deeper.
Yeah.
Through your body, your senses, through the channeling, ask them to give you things that are relevant for this person, that the person would understand, ailments, problems, and a happy moment that they would really love and enjoyed. Something that they remember as a good memory.
But what I mean is, once you think you've got a link, how can you keep it there so that you can further explore the link? The energy.
It's the breath. It's restoring the breath brings it in. As you're asking the questions, take the long deep breaths.
Yeah,
that will bring you this clear, strong information. That's how I work. No worries, my lovely. I'm actually drawing a picture a bit different than I normally do. I don't normally do two different pictures in one go. That's what they want me to do, so I'll have to do what I'm told.
Oh, he'd like that.
Yes, I do feel that he's quite. I do feel that he would have thought himself quite good looking as well. Quite a bit of eye candy. Would you understand this?
Yes.
And he was younger as well. Definitely, he was younger.
Yes.
Because people would be drawn to him, and those people would be drawn to him because of his looks. And he had a nice personality, nice jokey personality. He would have liked to have done more with his life than he actually did, and he did a lot with his life, though. So he shouldn't be feeling like that.
Yeah.
But I feel that was how he was, though. But it was wanted to make people better, do things for other people.
Yes.
There's some regret here, but I'm not really understand why. I do feel that somebody would have passed as well before him. Like very motherly. We don't understand his mum passing before him.
I believe yes. I think both of his parents passed before him.
Yeah, because I feel that's what sort of made him want to enjoy life a little bit more, sort of thing, not to hold back. It's just doing a bit of the cheekbones, to put the cheekbones in. It's probably a bit too dark. It's when you use the white to calm it down. To get the right colour. That's better. Once you've got the dark on, you can always lighten it up again afterwards. So I do feel that there's all this paper still. It's like wrinkles here. I do feel it got to quite a nice age. Would you understand that, my lovely? I've got a grandfather, but I think I might have two people coming. I might have another man coming in, an older man, but I've got one also that's died about 50. I've got like two different ages here, which is contradicting what I'm feeling.
Yeah. My grandfather passed at 67.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. But if I've got somebody that's come in that's different than this gentleman.
It's interesting because, well, as a child, I thought he was so old. I loved him, but I thought he was so old. And now all of his sons are that age or older now. So it's interesting how our
It
perception
is. It's how, yeah, we do change our perceptions as we get older.
Yeah.
Like my dad, I always thought that because he was a bit older than my mom, so I was just a bit like, but he was always so easygoing. He never. Some people can be really patient and hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right, let's put a bit of shading on for this. It's also dark a bit up here because the young boy hasn't got many wrinkles, but as his man's a bit older, it's definitely dark.
Effie,
Yes, my lovely.
I've sorted the information out. Shall I say what I've got?
Okay, well, we're nearly finished here, so we can do it in a second.
Yep,
Yeah, that'd be okay.
yep.
Okay, my funny. Okay. Hello, everybody. I was drawing this picture yesterday. I need to finish it off. Right. So I know that this eye needs to be more standing out. The eye is the most important part of this drawing. So you can see the character in the eyes. It's about having the detail there that is needed. So that the loved ones will understand and recognise the person that you've drawn. But you need to make sure that everything is covered. But all of these connections that are needed to make this picture right are all covered as well. This young man here. With Jacqueline said was in the spirit world. There is definitely a darker, more adult side to this side. Much more. Yeah, he's older. This is more like the brother than the uncle that was with us. I also got make sure the ears are finished as well. There's definitely shadow here. It runs down. You see, this hair is covered up by the hair. It needs to be finished off, so. I feel the boy had a t-shirt on. Which I think was doing a nice blue. Finish the picture off, you see. So we're going to do him a nice blue. I have a darker bit here where it comes down with the seams. And this could be the same colour. This is going to be a shirt, or a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, whichever. It can be the same. It would be good to have it the same. It would also be good to have it as a shirt. Okay. Well, let's make lighter here. So let's see if they're different. Also needs the top end here. We might darken up with the shadows now. Then to carry on going down. Right. And we can have the lighter blue up here. Just to finish it off. We're going to colour this light blue, that is the sky colour. then we're going to colour in the other side so that they match in. There we go. That's the picture more or less finished. I just need to finish this part of the eye over this side out. This should be meeting here at the end. I'm just putting a little bit of marks here. A bit of shading underneath it. A little bit more shading on. Much more darker. To blend it in. So you can see the difference between brothers. And also a little shading down here. Neatly a bit more. There's much more shading underneath the chin as well. And also coming from the mouth. From both flats, really. It's good to have a bit of shading in here though, because we need a bit of shading. So this is how the brothers are separated now. You can see that they're different. You can see that they're related though. And I've never done a picture like this before. I did know that they wanted to come through, so and we have to do what we are told to do from the spirit realm. A bit of shadow. Oh, shadow this side as well. Oh, there's an Adam's apple here. This is a drawing. Right, so that is the end of this. This one is the blot is the younger one side with the t-shirt on, and then the older gentleman has a shirt on. And you can see how different each side is. Thank you so much for joining me and drawing this young man. I do these classes on a Saturday morning from 2 p.m. until about 3:30 on Deborah Star of the East King at the moment. If you can't find me on that, then I am Deb King, spirit artist and medium. Thank you for joining me. I hope you will return. Bye.